Did you guys know that hummus literally means chickpea? I mean, I'm sure you're not surprised because that's literally what it's made of. Hey everyone, welcome to Jude's Kitchen. I'm Jude and today I'm going to teach you how to make a super easy, super quick, super delicious hummus. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, please hit the button down below because I will be posting new delicious vegan Middle Eastern recipes every Wednesday, so make sure you stay tuned. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make hummus from dried and canned chickpeas. Also guys, please don't leave this video without seeing how I make du'a. Du'a is the best thing you could add to your hummus. They go hand in hand. You would find it in every hummus place in Palestine. And it honestly does make hummus taste so much better, if that's even possible. It takes less than a minute to make and it honestly will revolutionize your hummus experience. So make sure you stick around until the end so you can learn how to make it. For making hummus with dried chickpeas, you need to soak the hummus for 8 hours or overnight. Then for both the canned and the dried ones, you need to put them in a saucepan like this, put it on a high heat, then add hot water and a teaspoon of bicarbonate soda. And then when the froth starts forming, try to scoop it out as much as you can. Keep it on the hob for 10 minutes or until they go soft, but not too mushy. Honestly, I really do think that making hummus with dry ones makes all the difference taste-wise. Obviously, if you want to make hummus like right now, then I completely get using canned ones. God knows I have in times. I was craving hummus so bad. But at least try to get rid of the skins, as I really do feel like it helps get rid of that tinny taste and it makes it so smooth when you blend it. After we've boiled the chickpeas, we need to make sure that the skin is completely gone. So what we will do is we will fish out the good ones, make sure all the shells are easily going to go off. If you've boiled them beforehand with the carbon soda, it would make all the difference and you can fish it out. This is just if you want it to be smooth. If you don't want smooth hummus, keep the shells. It does not make a difference. I don't think they taste that bad. Right, so then we whack it in the blender. لمون الناس وخاروا مني وقالوا لي وش عجبك فيها. Of course, we don't want to take too long fishing out, honestly, because hummus is all about being quick and easy. It's one of those recipes that you can just make in like 10 minutes, less than that if you're quick and you've done it before. I always prefer using my hands, to be honest. Hands is better than any tool and any cutlery. Okay, maybe not any tool because obviously like a drill, you can't. But like, yeah, cutlery, I think it's just so much easier to maneuver. So this is the equivalent of 2 cups. I'm going to make a recipe for 2 cups or 2 cans of chickpeas, but obviously you can just half it if you want to make 1 cup or 1 can. Right, and now what we're going to do, what a lot of people do differently in hummus, is that they just put all the ingredients in a blender and they blend it. What I like to do, and what I've seen a lot of shops in Palestine do, is that they make the tahini first, and then the tahini, you know how we made it in the first video, we're going to first crush some garlic. So we're going to do we're just going to do it as if we were making a tahini salad, kind of like how we made it in the first episode and the third episode, I don't know. We've made it lots. We're going to make it so much that at the end I'm just going to be like, you should know it by now. If any recipe you should remember it by heart, any basic, it's this one, because we will be using it. I mean, so far I've used it in like 5 different recipes and we will be using it a lot. And then, as I said, always crush the garlic, always crush it. That's how you get all the juices out. Add a bit of salt to make it pasty. Right, and now let's squeeze the lemons. Let's start with 2 and then if we need more, then we can have more. I know a lot of people put much less lemon than this, so don't feel like you have to put that much lemon. I think a lemon and a half will do the job. Obviously you can just use half a lemon if you don't like it lemony, but that's just me. I love lemons, so as you have noticed. Right, now let's assemble the tahini sauce. We're going to put 4 tablespoons. If you're using 1 can, then just use 2. Add the garlic. And then what I like to do as well is add a tiny bit of parsley, just because like my favourite shops in Palestine, they always add the parsley within the mix, and I just think it's the best. I think one of the reasons I love it so much is because of the way they do this. They make the tahini first, they add it to the hummus, blitz it together. Let's chop it real fine, real good. It's going to get blitzed anyway in the processor. Just a little bit. You don't have to add it if you don't want to. I know people don't usually do this, so you don't have to do it. And now mix it all together. Guys, you can add as much tahini as you want to it. It's honestly up to preference. I don't really, obviously I have to give measurements because this is a cooking channel, but I don't particularly like to, because I think you should just do it how you like it. There's not one recipe I ever read and did it exactly according to the recipe. I just do it how I like it. If I like more lemon, I add more lemon. If I like it more garlic, I add more garlic, and I just literally adjust it to my taste. Taste it constantly, see what you like, see what you don't like, and you don't have to follow any recipe completely. Oh my god, I've drenched that. Be careful when you do something like that, just because it can be messy. Just mix it slowly. Don't forget to add some salt. And now let's whack it in. You want it to look like this, but as well, as I said, do it how you like it. You can do it how I've done it, but also just improvise. I thought I'd take the blender out to the garden because why not? We've got an extension cord, just whack it all in. Now for the final touches, let's add a bit of olive oil. If you've met a Palestinian or know anyone from there, then you will know how obsessed we are with olive oil. We add it to everything, probably because we have olive trees growing in every corner, in every house, every field, every valley. There's an olive tree, so we've just got a lot of them. So we use them for everything, and because they're super delicious and super healthy. Right, and now let's sprinkle some olive oil on there, just a little bit. Oh yeah, that is already looking good. Look at that. See, it takes no time and it's so tasty. And just keep blending it until it's smooth as you want it to be. And then we're all done. Don't forget to garnish it with olive oil at the end. Good olive oil, that is. It's always worth paying a bit extra for a good olive oil, as it really does make all the difference. You want it to have an olive green colour to it, definitely not a clear one like you see in some shops. You can also add a bit of parsley on top. And of course, don't forget the du'a, because I am not joking, guys. It is one of the best things that you can add to a hummus. It really does transform it. So stick around, and I'm going to teach you in less than a minute how to make the simple du'a. Du'a is one of the best things that go with hummus. They go hand in hand. If you're just dipping on hummus, believe me, it will make it 100 times better if you add du'a to it. So let's get started. First, we're going to need half a chili. What we're going to do is first we're going to chop them, and then we're going to crush them. So let's put this aside and let's start with the garlic. Also a little bit of pepper to it, because pepper is really good for us. Pepper helps us absorb a lot of the nutrients in our food. Look at it, it's gone all pasty. That's what we want. We want a nice paste that can go really nicely with the olive oil. So we're going to put that in this tiny little bowl. And then you want to add a tablespoon of olive oil. Again, don't forget to get good olive oil. It makes all the difference. We mix it in, and then we're going to add half a lemon. We're going to mix it all together. And that is du'a. And now all you need to do is garnish that hummus with du'a. And why not sprinkle some za'atar too? And as we say in Arabic, صحتين وعافية. Chickpeas are amazing, aren't they? And not just the dried kind. My favorite kind of chickpeas is when they're green, when they're fresh. We can only eat them in Palestine for like 3 months in spring, but they are honestly, guys, one of the best things you will ever try. We call them hamle, and us, my family, we are hamle addicts. when it's in season, every night, I kid you not, every night we have a whole tray of hamlet. You put them in a tray, you whack them in the oven, and then you get them out. Because they're in their like little pods, you have to like unwrap them, but by the end of the night you would find like mountains of the shells next to the tray, and I'm like, oh my god, we are such hamlet addicts. Hamlet is seriously one of the best things ever, and you have to try it. Once this lockdown is over, if you ever go to an Arab country, please go in spring, just because we have so many good things in spring. It's one of my favorite seasons for harvesting, and hamlet is definitely one of those ones, because I kid you not, it is one of the best things you'll ever try in your life, but maybe I'm just biased. Chickpeas are full of wonders, aren't they? Whether they make hummus, falafel, or literally the juice, the chickpea water mimics an egg. Isn't that insane? I've made cakes with it. I only bake with aquafaba, which is the water of chickpea, and I think that's just insane. They are so full of wonders, aren't they? One of my earliest memories is me eating hummus. We used to commute a lot between Ramallah and Nablus, because we lived in Ramallah and my dad's parents lived in Nablus, so we used to go there every weekend. And the first thing we did, I kid you not, once we get into Nablus, into hummus, into Nablus, was we would go to the hummus shop, and my dad would buy a massive tub of it and some fresh falafel. He would get into the car and we'd all huddle around eating the fresh falafel, dipping them in hummus, and I loved that. Oh my god, it was so delicious. And we always used to buy so many tubs that we can take back to Ramallah with us, because we genuinely believe that that was the best hummus in town. It's been a long time since I've had that hummus, and I'm sure it's still as tasty. If you've tried to make this, then let me know in the comment down below, or tag me on any of their social media. And again, if you have any Middle Eastern recipes that you want me to try to make, then do comment down below and let me know. And I'll see you next time.